everybody.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, Lisa. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Don't forget to share our programming note too.
Our programming note?
Yeah, when we
Oh, yeah. Okay, the
no, I
banner.
wouldn't share it now. I'd wait until folks
Hey,
are in here.
Heather.
Hey, Heather.
Heather, I am editing that video. That video is up next.
Ugh.
Heather's doing an old-fashioned Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, doing an old-fashioned collaboration, like old-fashioned creations
Yep.
collaboration. I totally have got the name of it all mixed up, but hey, my Renaissance Grandma, good to see you. Hi, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, good to see you. So we did, I've been making ornaments with the littles.
Aww.
And we've been having fun doing that kind of stuff. So Christmas ornaments for the tree.
Fun.
And
Yeah.
hey, Aideneer, good to see you.
That's why I steered clear of a lot of collabs, just because I just don't do all that. It's just the two of us here.
Yeah. I love to make stuff. That's like one of my fun things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puts me in a great headspace. Like it sparks some. I'm pretty sure what it hits my dopamine and serotonin for sure.
For sure.
I'm able to use that creative energy.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I have a buddy at my side who will probably bark. Just an FYI, I'll mute it.
Diesel. Love him.
I mean, go back on the couch and hold it down. That's what you do best.
He was definitely very interested when you were processing the deer.
In fact, I had to add music. Why? Because Sir Doggy in doggy jail kept barking because he was so mad.
He's like, share.
If you watch all my videos, he's like right there on the, like, if you see me,
dang cute
sausage and all that, he's just like,
yeah. Oh, he's I smell it.
He's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've we've been having a lot of all kinds of like Christmas activity fun, and the food that I've been trying to tweak to make a little healthier. That's a challenge.
Yeah. I took my sourdough starter out of the fridge last night. And I bought one of those small waffle irons. So I'm gonna meal prep today some discard waffles.
There you go. Heck
Hazel.
yeah. I just made sourdough pumpkin bread. It's really, really good.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you and I were talking before we went online, that's what he was doing, staring at me.
Is he precious?
Yeah, until he starts barking.
Oh,
he's
my
the typical
gosh.
bulldog. You know, they bark for attention.
Yeah. So cute.
When I was getting ready to bake my turkey, 2 dogs came into the kitchen thinking they were getting some for Thanksgiving. Oh. Did you give them some?
Maybe some broth or sweet potatoes?
Diesel got some turkey just because it's a holiday. We don't usually feed him that stuff, but it was a holiday.
If I'm ever baking sweet potatoes, we share some of the sweet potatoes with the dog.
Those yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Or broth. We might let her have broth because we just have the one now. One dog. Yeah. I can't believe I just have one dog. It's crazy.
I know it.
Do you remember when we first started doing these lives? I had 4.
Yeah.
So.
I
know. One of them was a rehoming, so that was yay for him.
Yeah.
And then, because he was like a foster dog anyways. And then 2 of them passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We had them for one of them was 18. She was crazy.
Wow.
She was crazy old. We had her since she was a puppy.
Oh, that was girlfriend?
No, that was Miss May.
Okay.
And I don't think I ever shared too much about her, but
Mm-hmm.
she was my daughter's. We'll put it this way: she was my daughter's childhood dog. 80s.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's how that goes.
True. True.
We only get them for such a short time. We're almost ready to get another one, maybe in the next year or two.
Yeah, for sure.
Might get
For
another
sure.
one. Mm-hmm.
Um. So I
Hey, Dee.
bought one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Very cool.
because I've been buying, trying to, I have a ton of yarn in my stash and I'm going to use it up, but I want to start using more like wool yarn and stuff like that, like quality.
Yeah.
Like not from the, and
Yes.
they come in hanks instead of skeins.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
it's a circle when it's twisted, like long and twisted. And when you undo it, you make it in a circle. And then you remove the ties, and then the first time I did it, of course, this is why we can't have nice things, because it was a knotted mess. And I thought, if I have to undo the knots all the time, I can't deal with this. So I bought this, and then what this turns it into is a cake.
Oh, very cool.
So
show me that first picture again.
The winder?
Yeah, like the front of it. So you got the big circle, and then you lay it out flat while you wind it up. Is that what you do?
Yes. And what I did was I ended up putting one in a ball and then
Tina.
wound it. That was a bit much. Hey, Tina. So then it's just, you have to go really slow. You know me, I'm like, nah, not happening. Hey, Christy.
Hey, Christy.
So it's just really funny. But I mean, if you buy yarn from the store, knitters prefer a cake. I could care less what I'm using, but it's really just to wind the hanks. Or if I undo work and I frog it and I end up having a ball, I can wind it into a cake.
Very cool. So that's what those are called. Because I've seen like the homespun wool yarn, and it's just kind of twisted like this, and it's about this yay long.
Yeah, it's a circle and then it's twisted. I'll show you what it looks like. Hang on.
Yeah. I didn't know that's what those were called. Very cool.
Yeah, they're really cool. Let's see.
I'm working on beanies right now. That's what I got going on over here. And then I got to bounce back to my Afghan that I was making following along with Alicia's channel. Yeah, those are hanks. Okay.
Yeah. So what they are is, if you hold them out like this, when they're twisted, it's sort of like you take, here, I can probably show you on here. So it's like that, and it's twisted.
Yeah.
And then the one end is tucked in.
Okay.
So you untuck it. And you pull it out like this. And then it's got ties around, and you have to carefully remove those because it can turn into a nightmare quick. Ask me how I know. And then what I did was I put it over the chair. And you got to go really, really slow. I mean, I'll get better at it.
I've never bought any of that fancy yarn. That's good to know.
Hey, our new land.
But it can be so beautiful, the colors too.
Yeah, I bought some local. It's so expensive. I bought some from a local wool fiber artist at the quilt store. And, they're not large at all. And they're very expensive, but a lot of love goes into them,
Yeah.
A lot of work.
I would love to have like llamas or sheep to be able to do that. Can you imagine how fun?
I know, but at the same time, it's like Ryan reminds me, he's like, it stinks and it's a lot of work. So he's like, just go buy the yarn you need because it's like, you can't have just, 2 sheep.
Yeah.
and get enough wool. You know what I mean?
I wonder if sheep can live with goats.
I think so.
Anybody know? It seems like they should be able to. They got to be like cousins or something.
I think they can. It's just the age-old thing. You got to watch out for, breeding issues.
Yeah.
You got to keep the males out of the way. Oh, that's cool. Homestead in the woods.
Oh my gosh. No kidding.
You want to know something? I saw somebody on Instagram had posted a reel that they actually do commissions for people who have lost their animals.
What do you mean they do commissions? What does that mean?
They use the fur
to
make a special commission, whatever the person wants.
So a commission is a thing.
Well, so if you buy a piece of artwork and you say, I want this picture of my dog, that's a commission.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to say it nicely because I know a lot of people reacted to it very negatively.
Yeah.
But if that animal means something to you,
yeah,
that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
And some people want that connection.
Yeah. I used to see, or I have seen, like in antique shops, not a lot. I've only seen a couple of these because I think they're rare. But it was actually like needlework that was done from human hair.
Fascinating.
Where people used the hair. And this is like, I think they said it was from like the 1800s or something, where people actually used that. Oh my gosh. And it was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It was, just like any needlework that you see. It was like that, but they had used hair. So, and if I'm remembering correctly, it was like horses or something. So it was brown and it was gorgeous.
Wow. Mm-hmm. It's amazing what people do.
Yeah. I know.
Do you want to mention Tina Life in the Piedmont collab?
Yes. So Life in the Piedmont Homestead has a Gifts from the Kitchen collaboration that she's doing right now. And Tina, I'm working on mine. I'm going to have it up. I'm shooting for this week.
Mountain Grandma's making a video.
I'm making a video. Yep. And I already have a couple of ideas. I might include a couple of ideas in the one video, but so fun, you guys. I love making stuff, and I love to make stuff, even if I just have it on hand to give it, if I hear of it being someone's birthday at the last minute or something like that. Lisa's done 2 videos. Thank you.
I'm an overachiever.
You're awesome.
Well, I thought I kind of dipped out on the breakfast sausage one, but I do. It's honest, but I just thought it was really cool.
I think the breakfast sausage is really cool. I was so glad that you shared that video too. I've always thought about making our own breakfast sausage, and we've just never done it. Hi, our treasured home. Good to see you. So go check out her playlist. And like I mentioned, Heather over at Milk and Honey Heritage Farms has her playlist set up over there too for the old-fashioned crafts. So all kinds of fun stuff. You had some great ideas too, Lisa.
Yeah, I did them quick just because I don't really do the gifts,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited. We are at 993 as of this morning. And I've been getting subscribers, and I'm trying to figure out what video are they coming here from?
Because here's the deal. At least what I feel, maybe I'm not 100%, is that it takes forever, right? To get to that 500, it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for me,
it'd take a while.
From 500 to 700s, it went quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then 700 to 800 something, I felt like we were dead again. Mm-hmm. And then once we hit that, bam.
Mm-hmm. But it is so exciting.
People will shout you out when you're in the 900s and get you up there pretty quick.
Yeah. And it's really exciting. I've noticed that I have I have videos that are like a year old that still get views. So that's awesome. And never mind the hubbies. Like his videos, I'm like, you need to do more. His videos are always getting views. My husband plays guitar for anybody who might not know. And he has like his Comfortably Numb, his Purple Rain, Eagles Hotel California, and it's just his guitar. Like it's not even his face, it's just the guitar. And I'm betting that probably guitar players go and watch how he plays it because they want to know how they can play it. And then he also oh gosh. Yeah, he gets all of those. And we also get like emails and questions about how he sets his tone on his amp because he has such an incredible ear that it's a tone thing, guys. If you don't play guitar, then all of us are like, yeah, the tone, okay. It's a tone thing. And they call it chasing that tone is what the electric guitar players. That's what they call it. Chasing the tone.
Yeah. I'm just posting links for us while you're talking.
Okay. Thank you for doing that, Lisa. So yeah, it's really exciting. It's gone quickly. I have a lot of watch hours yet to get to. So the 1,000 subscribers is just, that's one piece of the hurdle, one milestone.
Right. But here's the thing. The subscribers are out of your control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, true. Good way.
So once you hit that, then you can double down.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And then once you get close, folks can help the sister out.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Life in the Piedmont. Oh, sorry, I'm talking out loud.
Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I have a ways to go, and you're right. Like I could start, kind of get my content out because the last year, and yes, Lisa.
Well, I was going to say, to ask people to watch, and you're so far away is ridiculous because it won't help. It won't help. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet.
When we did it, because we had to have the 4K. I think we were like 200 away. And then boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's going to come.
Yeah, it'll come. I've noticed, and with more subscribers, of course, you get more views naturally, right?
You hope.
You hope.
I mean, I'm just being real. It's a struggle because then when you get monetized, people don't watch you anymore or comment as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So some people experience a huge slump after. So, hey, Andale.
Hi, Andale. Good to see you. Yeah. We have had a crazy year, though. And I know that's what you and I were going to chat about today, Lisa, was kind of how everything's been going over the last year. You all know we're all about this live is all about goal setting and learning new skills and things like that. And we're coming up on the end of the year. So it's going to be fun to see where we're at and then look to next year and see what we want to do next year. And I'm feeling really good about how things turned out this year for us. It's been a crazy year. My goodness.
Well, why don't you start first because I'm posting links.
Okay. So over the last year we moved. So I mean that was huge, right? Last year we've been here now on the new property in a new state for just a year and a couple of months now at this point. And good grief, at the beginning of this year I'm trying to I think we still had floors being replaced and I still have remodeling going on in my kitchen, which we're getting there and it's so exciting. Remodeling on the down low. We didn't do like the brand new cabinets and things just because things are expensive, guys. We had to get a storm shelter put in. We had to get some roofs taken care of. I mean, we had to do fencing for animals.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. The garden beds, I honestly, I've got a lot more work to do with garden beds that I'm going to try to get done between the winter and the, like between now and late winter, early spring, obviously, is my deadline for when I want these things to be ready.
I'm just asking in the chat to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Please say something.
And then, so just all the infrastructure piece, the getting settled piece, I feel like took up so much time. But some of the skills, I am so happy for where I feel and how I feel about sourdough. I still have my sourdough has been alive. I swear it's going to be darn close to, geez, well, I don't know. I started doing it in January about, does that sound about right, Lisa?
For what?
Sourdough, when I started making them.
Yeah. And bye, Tina.
Like everybody else, I had a fail. Bye, Tina. Have a good rest of your day. So I had a fail and then started over, but it's been that same sourdough this whole time. So I kept it alive and I cook everything with it. I just try to throw it into everything because it is so good for you. Like if it's like the one thing I'm making cookies, put some sourdough in there. Let's make these healthy. Whatever we can do, right? And I feel like that's been a big win for me is with the sourdough for sure.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You've been baking English muffins and tortillas.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Like we don't do a whole lot of sandwiches. We're more like, I don't know, tortilla people. Like we're from the Southwest, burrito folks. So yeah, a lot of flatbreads and tortillas but English muffins too, right? Because then you can make like your breakfast muffins. I'm about due to make more, as a matter of fact. I'll make those and then I'll, of course, send some over to the kids and everything, but I like to have them on hand.
Homestead and the Woo with D, I just responded to you. It was just getting lengthy, so I stopped. But check out our sourdough collab playlist. I don't like cooking at all. I do it, but I don't like it. But I do like making sourdough.
Yeah. You know what I like about the English muffins, the flatbread, and the tortillas? They're all cooked in a cast iron skillet.
Yeah, that's great.
And they're all pretty darn easy. Like, and I like that.
You have to send me your tortilla recipe.
Oh, okay, I will. Yeah, try it, dude. Really not hard. I'm gonna go with English muffins.
No, I think they call it biscuits.
Do they?
It's not a crumpet. Blue would be able to tell us.
Right? She would. So what else? I'm trying to think. What else? Definitely the sourdough thing. Feel really strong with that, which is such a great feeling. Oh, corn tortillas. I've never tried to make corn tortillas. He said muffins.
He's correct. I was Googling it.
Oh my goodness. How about you, Lisa?
A lot. A lot.
Oh my gosh, I forgot something. We did our first meat birds this year too. Got meat birds for the first time and processed those. And that was
great.
Awesome.
And to get a lot more.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
I think I want to get rabbits too. So if I don't get more of those, it might be because I get rabbits. And I think I need to start sending my daughter really cute pictures of lambs if they can live with goats. Because we have 3 goat pens. Like we have one for the boys, one for the girls. And then the third one is like if we have any baby goats that are of the same gender that like to get out of the fence a lot. We put them in there. So right now there's 2 of the juniors in there, the boys, 2 junior boys. But otherwise the pens are they have a very large area. It's their sleeping quarters we might need to expand or get the lambs their own. But I'm thinking if I start sending Katie really cute pictures of lambs, she will be completely on board with me, I think.
But then she won't want to eat them.
No, she won't.
And you don't have them long either.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have them long when you raise
really?
them. Yeah, Ryan could tell me, but he's not available right now.
Huh.
But I can find out from him. It's a few months, I think.
Huh.
Because you want lamb, not sheep.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. Well, unless we have a couple of sheep as breeders, and so we can get their wool.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha. Yep. And you probably left out a ton because I know you've been making soap, you've been making lotion, you've been making all that stuff.
Cold processed soap. This was the first year that I actually made the cold processed soap, even though I theoretically knew how it all went down because I've studied it for almost a decade.
Right.
It took me that long to do it. Got to overstudy everything, right?
In fact, before I forget, I'm sending you something I saw on Instagram about some kind of pain, some kind of pain salve.
Oh, I make a good pain salve.
Yeah. Oh, Homestead in the Wood with D. We did a soap collab too, and there's a lot of videos in there, step by step. So that's really helpful too.
Huh? They don't use the only thing I put in my pain oil that they put in theirs is arnica. Interesting.
And menthol crystals.
I don't put that in my pain oil. Cool.
So let's see. So this past year, I got to stop and think. Soap. I'm going to bullet it because it's easier.
Yeah.
Infused oil, soap. Canning, a lot of canning. Butchered a buck. Made sausage.
That's pretty awesome.
Butchered chickens. And so
that book is awesome, by the way.
I know it. So usually Ryan, since it's only Ryan and I butchering chickens, right? And I am so klutzy when it comes to knives. I always cut myself. So he's always leery of letting me have a knife.
That's so funny because I am too.
My Thanksgiving,
husband, if I'm cutting, he's over there like, what are you doing?
One Thanksgiving, I was literally cutting open the plastic on the turkey. This was when we were in Connecticut. And I had to go to the hospital because I cut my fingers so bad.
Oh my gosh.
And it was awful. So anyway, long story short, so he always did he does the dispatch and the process, and I do all the other stuff. So we shared it that way. Well, this year, we're getting older and it's harder. I didn't even need the book because I had been watching him since 2020, and I stood right beside him butchering chickens, cutting them up and all that.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. I know there's more. Give me a minute. Oh, I can't think. Gosh,
when did you do the Tunisian crochet? And you did sourdough too. So there's
yeah, sourdough, Tunisian crochet, which I'm not. I need to learn more about.
Winter's a great time for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right now I'm focusing on making a bunch of stuff to have for markets next year, so that I have a very large inventory.
You're off to a good start. I thought your items looked adorable.
And then, let me ask here. I asked on my live Friday night, but let me ask here. Do people use a Swiffer, that Swiffer sweeper? And the reason why I'm asking is the homesteaders, a lot of them don't seem to not use them. I don't use mine much anymore, but I will say when I used to use mine, I bought crocheted covers for them, and they worked beautifully because the more you wash them, the better they work. So I was just curious, but I made one last night and somebody just sent me all the dimensions for the newer version because I have the old school one.
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I don't either. I have it, but I
Just
don't really use it.
because I always end up with floor space that's way beyond a Swiffer.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And Diesel's hair, just we need to vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else we did. I did the cranberry juice, which was a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I know there's so much more, but you lose track of it.
You do. I did some canning this year too. That was fun.
That's awesome.
But I feel like I'm off to a start because it was still just water bath canning, but I water bath canned some stuff I haven't canned before, like the jalapeno cowboy candy. Mm-hmm. And salsa. So some different things that I haven't really done much of before. So, but I've got to do that's this next year. I've got to get going with the pressure canner. I'm going to have to, I bought it. I have it. I need to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I mean, the longer it sits, the stuff just dries out, the gaskets and stuff. We bought ours used off Marketplace and the lady had just replaced all that stuff. And so we're going to buy the gasket to have on hand and stuff.
Yeah.
But I figured that, you know, we did pressure canning and all that. So.
Hey, Christy, what kind of pain are you trying to treat? I could direct you to some herbs I use. I actually have a video on it too. It says it's for dogs though. But it was for my little dog before she passed. She had some joint problems. And so I researched to make sure that certain herbs were good for her. But there's some of the same ones that I use in my people pain salve.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I literally just watched a movie last night called Run. And the mother was feeding the daughter a prescription that was for a dog.
Oh,
that's why I'm laughing because I'm like, oh, she's poisoning the kid.
Anything from bruise to okay, so you want, anything from bruise to arthritis.
Which video is that, Tammy? Because I'll post it.
It's just look for the dog.
And this is why Mountain Grandma doesn't have her hours. Because she's like, I don't know.
So arnica is great for bruises, at treating bruises. And one not very commonly used one that a lot of people don't talk about, and they totally should because it's flippin' amazing, is Solomon seal root. Solomon seal is amazing, and it works synergistically with horsetail. I'm giving you some of my secrets, Christy, because I feel like that's one of the things that really makes mine work amazing. So when
topical pain reliever,
yes,
okay,
yep, that's it. And then think about like what you want to happen. So I'm not like an herbalist that tends to use singles. And when I say singles, I mean just one herb. I always think about a blend of herbs because I think about things like this. If you have a bruise or arthritis, you want to clear the inflammation, you want to reduce the pain, you want to bring blood to the area to try to get things moving so that it can heal, right? So different herbs are going to do these different things. So in regards to, you want to move the lymph. So I'm probably like really way answering your question more than what you thought you were going to get. I'd say throw some calendula in there. Calendula is an amazing lymph mover. Just don't use it. Like I was thinking, man, if I could get my lymph moving, I could make I had an oil of calendula oil. I'm like, how about I just put this everywhere? And yeah, I didn't feel too good after that. And then somebody brought it to my attention. Yeah, because you probably like put this everywhere as an oil, not a soap. Soap's a different story.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yes, but as an oil, it's staying on you and it's being absorbed into your skin. So calendula is great for your skin topically. But when it gets absorbed into like where you have lymph nodes, it's going to help move the lymph. So think about this. If you have like congested lymph nodes, it's like toxins, okay? And you just encouraged all of them to bust a move at the same time, like all over your body.
Whoosh.
You better drink a lot of water. Because you're going to be feeling like crap with all these toxins hitting your bloodstream. Yeah, I did that to myself. It did not feel well. I felt really kind of sickly.
What about salve?
Same thing with a salve, with a calendula salve. Like you should use it. Well, I mean, the question is, what's it for? Like I had oil and I love to use a body oil when I get out of the shower versus a lotion. And I won't even completely dry myself off. I just use the oil because oil and water make lotion.
So you put that all over you?
I did. Bad move.
Yeah. So somebody using a salve and just rubbing it on an area or soap is going to be fine.
Yeah, I put it. I didn't feel good.
We need to talk.
Anyhow, yeah, throw some calendula in there because it's great for that. And then if there's any nerve pain, oh my gosh, you guys, nobody knows. Okay, another one. Nobody knows how amazing it is. St. John's wort. That is an amazing herb. And you always hear about it in treating depression and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't use it for that. I grow it even, and you need to grow, you got to try to grow it, Lisa. It works great. It's going to grow great where you are too. I wished I would have known this when I was in Arizona. But St. John's wort, if you burn yourself, and I had burnt myself cooking on the cast iron. I burned myself on the cast iron. And, you can also use honey. I think I've heard of people using mustard or something. That is nothing like getting a little St. John's wort oil and putting it on your burn. Gone. Pain gone. There is no reapplication necessary. I'm not kidding you. Wow. It is amazing. A couple things to keep in mind. Arnica, you can't use on broken skin. So you ditch the arnica. So I like to have my separate infused oils because depending on what it is, you want to mix up what you got going on. Because you can't use arnica on broken skin. Just remember that.
Oh, that would hurt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. Did that help, Christy? Plantain, comfrey, and calendula. It sounds like you were making a bug bite salve. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what I put in my bug. That's what I'm going to put in my bug bite salve. Put it that way. I need to make some of those.
Is lemon balm soap okay?
Yes.
Marigold soap?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, marigold's calendula, so that's kind of soap. Totally okay.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with those soaps. I don't know that there's any soap that would, be bad for you. I mean, unless you were using a fragrance, a fragrance or an essential oil, I guess you could say, above the IFRA, I forget, Institution for Fragrance Regulation. They're only supposed to be used at a certain percentage. So if you use it above that percentage, then that's not a good idea.
Wow, I gotta look that up.
Yeah. Well, anytime, you can look up percentage to use and then I always do the math in 10%.
Well, I just infused it in oil.
Not in 10%. I do my math in 10% to bring it down. If it's infused, if you infuse it in oil, don't worry about that.
Okay.
If you're just infusing an herb in oil, you're fine there.
International Fragrance Association?
It just put IFRA, IFRA. And that's for fragrance oil, not infused oil, but a fragrance oil, right?
Okay.
Yeah, fragrance oil or essential oil. There should be some IFRA guidelines on what potency, what percentage you should be using in soap versus lotions, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing I forgot is we had We did our meat birds. We did dealt with Waylon. Who, by the way,
how is
was
Waylon?
Snout to snout with his brother. Squealing and fighting like none other. So that's a really good sign. They were both at the hay bag, and Waylon was just like,
Yep. Oh, Christy, I got to tell you 2 more, friend. I know you didn't.
You didn't sign up for this, but
didn't sign up for all this, but you know, it comes down to like, what herbs do you use? Is what herbs do you have? I see you said you have a lot of herbs, but also for arthritis, pain, a lot of people go to like ginger, and I know cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is supposed to be helpful too. I had a huge contusion on my hand. Clove, peppermint, moringa were in it too. Huh. I'll bet that smelled nice. Okay.
She said you're good.
Okay. Glad I could, give you my 2 cents worth anyway. That's what people ask me, what herb should I use for this? And I'm like, what herb do you have? Because that's going to be a piece of the puzzle, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you have coming up, Lisa?
For in general?
In general.
Well, we got the grant, so we're going to be doing fencing.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
Yeah, we're going to do basically repairing and shoring up what we have.
Yeah.
Because there's been some erosion. Let's see. And then trying to think. Right now, everything is just focused on it's colder out and just trying to make stuff to
winter
have.
prepping.
I want to make some, some soap and stuff.
Yeah, I have a lot of like Christmas gifting stuff to do. I didn't do my Christmas gifting collaboration this year, though I'm still going to share a Christmas gifting video. So after I do the gifts from the kitchen video for Tina, Life in the Piedmont, we talked about that earlier. After I do that one, I'm going to be doing my own like Christmas gifting video where I'll be making something else, because I love to make stuff. It's so fun. So I'm doing a lot of that this year, and starting to kind of mull over the things that I want to get done this next year, and what I think is going to hit the priority list. But I'm still trying to figure all of that out, and man, I hate to even have it on my list, but I've got to get healthier somehow. And I don't think it's from doing any one thing. I think it might be from doing a combination of things. And I'm not talking exercising and eating right. Like, of course, like, but how am I going to do that exercise? Where am I going to do it? And how am I going to eat right? Because there's already like a million different ways to do that. So the question is, what do I do that I'm actually going to stick to? Do you know what I mean?
That's why I said, like, people follow different diets, and it's really just
what can you commit to?
Right. But I think it's not about following the diet. It's about following, like, eating the food, the good food.
The good food.
That's
what they all have in common.
Right. But it's not like complicated. You know what I mean? It just makes it easier. But like, it's the whole food diet, so to speak. But the other thing is a lot of people eat the Mediterranean, and that is really good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another good one. Yeah. The whole food, definitely. That's what they all have in common. I guess you could say, except for the Mediterranean, because there is the boxed pasta. If I could make my own pasta.
Right.
Then I'd be eliminating that processed food.
Yeah. So, and I think that's another thing we did this year was make a lot more of our own stuff.
Yep. That's what, when you can make sourdough, oh my gosh. So, when you use regular yeast, I don't know what it is. For me, it's not as fun. And I have a gut response when I eat it. Wow. And I have eliminated the gut response. by eating sourdough. So anything that's a breaded thing, and I don't make my sourdough, when I say I'm making sourdough tortillas and my sourdough English muffins, guys, they didn't taste like sourdough. So I think that's like a big misnomer. People think that sourdough anything is going to taste like sourdough.
Right.
And I'm just using the unbleached regular flour. Mine doesn't taste like sourdough.
No, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I freeze dried a lot.
Peppers.
Hey there. I freeze dried a lot last year. I did a lot of canning, but just because I wanted sauce and stuff, but I did take like all the peels and then freeze dry it and make tomato powder and stuff like that. Like last year, I freeze dried all of our potato harvest. This year, we canned it because Ryan wanted to try it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's really nice to just take them out and they're cooked and mash them up and you got mashed potatoes.
Right. That is nice. Kind of nice to have both.
Yeah. And I mean, I had the freeze dryer mashed potatoes too. You just add a little bit of water and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Another thing that I want to do come January is I need to get my herbal medicine cabinet in order. Like I need to get my medicine cabinet and my just all of that first aid. I need to get all of that organized. And one of the things that I'm trying to do, and I was doing over the last couple of days, is trying to remove the clutter. I am a clutter bug. Project. You know, those things. That project. Oh, but I got to get this to finish that project. So there it is.
Yeah, I have a lot of WIPs hanging around.
Yes. So I'm trying to kind of clean that out, and it feels good when you do. It feels really good when you. If we want to talk about feeling good, like drinking water, getting out in the sun, going to your happy place, eliminating clutter, eating right. These are all of the things. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie. And Dee said wants you to do a video on your apothecary.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about our programming?
Yes.
Before you forget.
Yep. Here we go. So we're coming up on it. We're going to start this all over again in January and see what we can all get accomplished then.
We're going to get down and dirty with the goals.
Get down and dirty with the goals. And it's the 7 F's, and those are faith, family, friends, finance, fitness, fun, and future. And I love this goal setting plan because it helps me to keep balanced when I'm setting my goals, when there's things I want to do, because I'm somebody who tends to hyper focus, and I follow it. I do like a lot of train of thought thinking. So like I'll bounce from topic to topic to topic. And I'll tend to do the same thing with like my goal setting, what I'm doing. I've got to watch myself, right? So this helps me to do that, because otherwise I could heavily invest myself in doing one thing, hyper focus on that, and then let everything else slip. So by thinking about the 7 F's and making sure that I'm keeping myself all in balance, it really helps.
So starting in January, we're going to start over with that. And it's going to be, we're switching to bi-weekly. So it'll be, switching to bi-weekly on our channels.
Yep.
So we're going to start with you in January, then go to me.
January 3rd.
And we'll back up and forth. Okay.
Yep. And then, so it'll be me January 3rd and then Lisa's channel. We did this before, so we're going to go back to that again.
Okay.
Yep. And Dale's like me.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Declutter, organize.
What about, we're going to be on your channel through the end of the year, but we're skipping what weeks?
So we are going to skip. We're going to skip the rest of the weeks. We're going to take 2 weeks off, you guys.
So we're done until January after today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless we did a live another day other than the 26th during that week. But
no,
I'm tempted to just take 2 weeks off. And yeah, I love that idea.
So we will not be live until January 3rd.
Yeah, which is a Wednesday. So a little bit of a difference there, everybody. We're doing it on a Wednesday versus a Tuesday.
But that's just for that one day.
Yeah, just for that one day.
We got lots going on.
Yeah, and then the following week will be on Lisa's channel on Tuesday. So my channel, January the 3rd, which is a Wednesday. Lisa's channel, Tuesday the 9th. And then starting with the Tuesday the 9th, will be every Tuesday again.
And then we'll just be switching off and on.
Yep. Then we'll be alternating channels.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, we just, you need decompression time, and we've been pushing you guys hard this year, so we want to give you a break and then enjoy everything, and then we'll hit it back hard in January.
Yep. Yeah.
I see some folks have goals in the chat, so I just want to give you a heads up. We got about 4 minutes left.
Okay. That's awesome, Christy.
Good for
Go
you.
watch some of our soaping video. I'll probably have more soaping videos out too, just because that's really fun stuff for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things I'm probably going to be doing over the next couple of weeks too is just I'm going to be doing a lot of little Christmas gifting things. So
nice.
Included in that's probably going to be another soaping video, because that's always fun to give.
Mm-hmm. Jamie said that's why I'm tired. You all are pushing.
Yeah.
But Jamie, did you accomplish a lot this year?
Collaborations are great for that too, aren't they? Like, I know when there's collaborations, you really put extra thought into things that you otherwise might not put into them.
Yeah, and I totally backed off so many because I'm like, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. For sure. That's what we're going to be doing too. We have a ton of ground beef and stew beef, and we're going to make sure of it. Oh, good for you, Jamie. That's awesome.
Jamie. That's what it's all about.
Come back in January. We'll push you more, but you'll get a break from us though, at least.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks, you'll get a break.
She
did sourdough.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I used to do this same goal setting plan with coworkers where I worked previously. And I always found that it was really helpful with keeping me. Otherwise, you feel like your life, like you're not living your life. Your life is living you, I don't like to feel like I'm bossed around by my life, but that I'm getting those things done that I really want to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Tammy's giving everyone 2 weeks off before she starts pushing us again. I love that you have a good sense of humor too about it. Like you can take a good ribbing.
I grew up with 2 older brothers. I could totally handle it.
You have to be able to handle it.
You betcha.
Yep. I
need to do more canning and dehydrating too, Jamie. Like
we ended up freezing the venison that we are going to be making jerky with, because we have a couple different types. We have one where we're going to be making it with ground meat. We're going to ground up the scraps. And then we're going to be slicing it to make jerky also. We just wanted to use up the scraps, so we're going to be doing that soon too.
Yeah, that's
awesome. No kidding, Christy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like the finance piece too. Like, we got to figure out how to try to spend less money. And there's always, there's always some little thing you can do.
Thanks,
and if it's
Don.
only $5, that goes a long ways.
Well, I tell you,
thank you.
I've been making, silly little things. I've been making our own dishwashing detergent. I've been making our own laundry soap. And first of all, it's just nice to have on hand.
Yeah.
Not have to say, oh, I ran out, Yeah. It's been nice not having to spend tons of money on stuff that, I don't know. really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
I'd rather
right.
spend the money on good stuff.
That's right. So everybody, we are at the top of the hour almost, which means it's time to wrap things up. So
Aww. I'm hiding and watching you guys now from work. Christy, you rock.
Thank you, Christy. Oh, that's awesome. I totally feel you on that. Let me tell you.
Jamie's Country Living. I can message you on Instagram a reel that I use to make mine from a friend of mine, and I like it.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. And
have a good holiday season, everybody.
We will see you January 3rd. Any last minute things to share for your channel, Lisa?
No, just go check it out. We got lots of stuff over there. You're welcome, Jamie. Hey, Joe.
And go check out Grow Big TV too.
That's right.
So we'll see y'all in a couple of weeks. Take care, everybody.
Bye.